Well, hello and welcome back, and thank you for coming back. We're in downtown Kato Paphos. We're going to storm the Kato Paphos Harbour. We're catching the Ocean Vision super yacht leaving the harbour, which means there's 250 people going to go out and have a party. 75 euros a pop, 39 for the littlies. You get to eat, drink, there's fireworks, 4.5 hours of cruising. Anyway, before we storm the Paphos Harbour, I need to introduce you to the most beautiful woman in the world. Let's see the other booth.
Hello everybody, how nice to see you again and again.
And again. Right, stick with us. Here we go. We're going to storm the Kato Paphos promenade and we're going to get the rear end of the booth, because in a moment we're going to have to run because, believe it or not, Dire Straits has just started up. He's just started up, receiving the booth. There we go. That's it. Let's stick with us. Here we go. We have to run because there he is. We've got to get far away from him, otherwise we are going to get a copyright strike. That is for sure. Our other man with the sponges is wondering what's going on. There he is. If you want to buy a sponge, you come see that man. But that music is just too loud over there. Anyway, here we have the hairiest man in the whole of Paphos. Sexy. He's not only hairy, he's very, very sexy as well. We're going to go and check on TripAdvisor and see what it says.
For me?
For you. Tell us, Mr. Yanis. Tell us.
To be honest, I am the most honestly man in Paphos. When I work here, when I work, too many people jealous me. Too many people want to kill me. So many times they try to send me the motherfucking bodyguard.
We're a family channel. He's having a good laugh over there.
To make me afraid, but I don't afraid nothing because I work honestly. I don't steal nobody. I work with my soul, with my heart.
Good. No more bad words.
And I'm honestly man.
Right. I know you're a good man.
Point.
We've known him for years. He's a good man.
Much.
He's a good, honest man. He wouldn't harm a fly. It's a joke when we go on about the girlfriends. What does he do? He promotes that one first. That's one of his Jeep Safaris he promotes. He promotes CY Dive. He's in cahoots with the Venus Sea Cruises. He's in cahoots with the Blue Lagoon Cruises. And he's even in cahoots with that one. And there is his phone number. So if anyone wants to phone him, they can. From outside Cyprus, you need the 357. You've got Viber and you've got WhatsApp, which obviously is free. He's also in cahoots with that one there as well. The Zorki. That's the new boat on the block. That's like a semi-submarine submersible boat. You go out, massive glass bottom, you get to see all sorts of shipwrecks and creatures swimming around, and on top of that you might even catch him swimming around. Yeah, you might, anyway.
When I don't work, I swim.
Lovely, thanks for yourself. He's a star. And he's got a Kumbara next to him with a very nice cigar indeed. I like that cigar. Huh? Yeah, it's a good cigar, very, very good indeed. How's the fishing going on? How's the fishing? Good?
No fish.
No, not tonight.
No bite.
Maybe a bit later. It's too early. It's too early. I'm sure he'll get a fish because Yanis is waiting, and they've got some bread and they've got a frappe to go with it as well. There we are. Let's keep going. Off into the harbour. Thanks, Yanis. We're off into the harbour area. We're going to storm it and we're going to see what's going on today. We've got another promoter of the super jumbo glass bottom boat. There he is. He's called Mr. The Same. And he's promoting the Akamas Jeep Safari as well. He's a very, very good guy, honest guys, and they're here every single day in the heat, and all we ask you to do is stop, listen to what they say, and perhaps if it's of interest to you, cross their palms with a bit of silver and go on that boat. 2.5 hours, you get a lunch, you get swimming, you get turtle watching, you get shipwreck watching. Not a bad cruise indeed. Receive it?
I remember one day, a few months ago, he said, "Why you have every day the same wife, every day the same?"
Right, stick with us. We're about to enter the downtown Kato Paphos Harbour, and here we are. This is, that's Sweet Roxanne, that's Major Tom, and they're in charge of pretty much all the boats around here, or most of them anyway. Paphos Sea Cruises. Quite a lot of boats in their arsenal. The big boy is the Ocean Vision. That one's just left, but they've got other boats. Lots and lots of boats. You've got the Blue Ocean, you've got the Jolly Roger, the Sea Star, there's a few. So there's all sorts of packages that can be tailored for you, exclusively for you, for a wedding or for a birthday, or you go on an arranged cruise with other people. So there's all sorts of cruises to suit every kind of person. Now, the Jolly Roger, I want to talk about that one because that is billed as a family entertainment, so for the littlies. But now, listen to me very carefully now, because that's how I took it to be, that it's for the families. But Martin and his wonderful, wonderful wife, Deborah, I apologise, washed my wife out, so Andrea. So, Andrea and Martin went on that boat and they came back, no littlies, and they said that cruise was very, very good and very, very entertaining, and they absolutely loved it. So, don't be thinking that the Jolly Roger is just for children. It's for adults as well, because they enjoyed it very, very much. Thanks, Major Tom.
Thank
He's the
you
star.
very much.
How are you?
Thanks, Roxanne. You've got customers waiting for you. We will. See you a bit later. Right, we are now in the restaurant area. There we are. That's King's. All the Gumbarus are waiting, and they're all going to start saying hello and all sorts. Yes, you all right? Good?
How are you?
You're going to get busy. Good. You?
Fine.
There we are.
Hello.
Hi, you all right? Good. There's Mr. Hairiest with his back to us. He's chatting away to everyone. So, that's the King's restaurant. Great, great restaurant indeed. And the next restaurant we come to on the block happens to be called the Pelican, and the Pelican restaurant is owned by a pelican. So let's go and see if we can find Miss Coco tonight. There she is. As you can see, busy, busy restaurant indeed. It's the oldest, the most famous, and it's a very, very busy restaurant indeed. The man in charge tonight on the door in the white top is Mr. Andreas, and the man overall in charge is Mr. George. You all right, Mr. George? How are you? Good?
How are you? All right.
Where's Coco tonight? You all right, Andreas? Busy? As usual. Look at that. She's gone on a holiday. Coco's gone on a holiday.
Going not the same.
Ah, okay.
Somebody throw something to her, she
Right, okay. So, unfortunately, someone has thrown something into the little pen where they keep Miss Coco. She ate it, and apparently it's upset her. You all right, Mr. M? Good. It's upset her a little bit, so she's had to go to a very, very special vet in Nicosia. Next restaurant, Jarlamo. Manager, Mr. Ryan. Right, Mr. Ryan? Good, yeah. And we have trainee manager, Mr. Emmanuel. That was Mr. N. Over there, there's a man called Mr. Andreas, who is the boss. He's desperately trying to get on. He's trying to get on to... Yeah, good, you all right? We'll be back in a bit. You all right, Andreas? We'll be back in a bit. There's the rest of the gang. There's Mr. P. There's Layla. There's some people waving at us in the back there, so we'll give them a good wave. There we are. And we'll come back and see him in a bit. Right, keep our table, Mr. Ryan. We'll be back in a bit. Thanks very much. Next one along. There it is, Sale at the Castle. Busy, busy restaurant. There's the logo. So that's the sports bar bit at the back. There's Sixpack himself. That's a busy, busy place. Stick with us. The last, but by no means the least, is Stevie's Bar. That's Stevie's. That's their back of house. That's their front of house. Starting to get busy. And there's the man in charge tonight. How are you doing?
welcome back home,
Mr.
everybody.
Nice to see you. La la la. That's Henry Ooh La La. Absolute star. His personality alone can fill that bar over and over and over. Now we're going to go into the Kato Paphos Harbour area, shall we say, and we're going to show you the beauty and the spectacality of the beautiful, beautiful, calm waters. There are some small boats, some big boats, some fishing boats, some cruise boats, and there's even a couple of Gumbaru boats. What they're going to do is they're going to find you, beat you, and they may even shoot you if you do something wrong. Have a look at that.
Listen, these little fishes.
What have you seen, LeBouf?
The little small fishes, you see?
I see, yes. There are some little tiny fish swimming around.
Dark color.
Yep, there are. Stick with us. We are going to keep going, but before we do, we're going to follow the rear end of Cressivian LeBouf. Stick with us. We're going to keep going. We're going to go and show you a view to die for to the rear of the Paphos Castle, and it truly is a view to die for. There's the Gumbarus having a little rest, having a chat. Great little daughter, Sophia. It's going to be interesting to watch her grow up if you follow us. She's been around now for 3-4 months.
Yeah.
So if you stick with us, you're going to watch her grow up, and you're going to watch that mum run around the harbour trying to catch her as she gets up to mischief, that's for sure. Hopefully she's going to learn to play an instrument as well, because they are quite a musical family. So stick with us now as we continue out to the rear of the Kato Paphos Castle, and that view tonight, well, it's going to be rather nice. It's where the blue sea mingles with the blue sky, and then of course you've got the last golden glows of the sun before it starts on its descent off to Kato, Australia. But don't worry, it'll come back at about 6:10 in the morning, and we'll bake Cyprus for yet another day. Receive it?
I would like to go there by the bridge. I don't know how to.
By the bridge. Let's go and have a look. Crescivio wants to go onto this bridge, so let's go and have a look. There you go, Crescivio. We'll follow your rear end. That's how you get onto the bridge. There we go.
And then it's closed over
And
there.
then it's closed off, yeah.
Ah, unfortunately.
Yes.
But okay, next time.
Next time we'll get the key. I don't know if you can get round this way. Let's have a look. No. This is a way to get down into the harbour. Nice little harbour indeed. Very, very nice. Stick with us as we go a non-conventional route down to the rear of the Kato Paphos Harbour. Here we go. Let's follow the rear end of Crescivio Booth. See, we take you places that no other channel would dare to go. We are that little bit more adventurous. Here we go. That's it. I can feel a catastrophe going to happen. There we go.
Very heavy, don't go here. If you are very heavy, don't go.
Why have you brought us here, Crescivio
I
Booth?
don't know, I wanted
No.
to see something.
You wanted to see something.
Actually, we should come here for swimming.
I think it's quite shallow here. Right, come on. You cannot take her anywhere, that's for sure. Crescivio Booth, let's get to the rear of the Kato Paphos Harbour Castle and show these wonderful people the beauty and the spectacality of the blue Mediterranean Sea. And let's try and, well, grasp as the sun vanishes.
By the way, about the weather at the moment, the
Hold on a
humidity
minute.
is
Time for the weather forecast.
the humidity has been very, very high today. Unfortunately, Mr. Dave, John, for you, you're not in. No, fortunately for you, you're not in Paphos. But never mind. The heat is not hitting us. The hot is not hitting us that much as it was before. Now, the rains we're expecting in about a month or two. That's it. Thank you very much.
Stick with us. Our weather forecasts get that little bit more extreme, that's for sure. Now, let's get to the rear and let's show their beautiful, beautiful blue Mediterranean Sea. Come on, Crescivio Booth, off you go. You've got the right footwear on today, so you shouldn't be slowed down.
Actually, I forgot to say that luckily we've got a sea around and we can always jump into it.
Right, stick with us. I think
It's
that was
sort
still
of
part
weather
of the weather forecast. Yeah,
Weather
right,
for-
right. Next week, we're going to start doing the shipping forecasts. She doesn't understand what that means yet, but I'm going to teach her. Shipping. Well, it tells the ships how dangerous it actually is when they get really, really out there. So off you go. I'm going to follow your rear end. There we go. There we go. Like a cat on a hot roof.
Fair, okay?
There we go.
Well, you see, I never forget you. Jeremy and Simon always will remember about this rocking rock. We are enjoyed the walk around this lovely island, especially in the downtown of Kato Paphos. We are loving it. Don't forget to come and see another of our magnificent and many kisses.
All that's left I'm going to say is thanks for watching. If you like what you see, hit the like, click subscribe. Please come back for a little bit more of our madness. We're going to leave you with the beautiful, beautiful view out to the slightly chopsy blue Mediterranean Sea. Then we're going to scan around, show you the harbour, and we're going to grasp the sun as it sets in the sky before it departs the beautiful love island of Cyprus. Thanks for watching. Dave Johnno, Thanks for watching.